Welcome to a new video on my channel. I hope you're doing fine. I hope the audio quality is better since I ordered a new microphone and also changed some settings. Therefore, I hope you can understand me more clearly and also more louder. So please give me some feedback about this. In this video, I want to give you an overview about the upcoming merger vote between DNAC, which is Social Capital Suvretta Holding 3, and ProKidney, which is set for Wednesday, the 6th of July at 10 a.m. And I want to give you some background about the company, also give you some details which I think are interesting in the investor presentation of the companies. So as you can see over here, the company ProKidney offers the first of its kind patented disease-modifying autologous cell therapy for treatment of chronic kidney disease, CKD. And if you have a look at the investor presentation right now, the problem, as the company states, is that there is no cure for CKD. However, there is just the possibility to slow down the expected eventual loss of the kidney function via medicaments and also drugs. And there's still a lot to do, or which is still a lot to improve in this area, and therefore this is what they are trying to do. So as you can see over here, even though these therapies are very expensive, they won't really cure the disease. So this is something they are tackling. And if I speak about today, there's the overview about the management team on the left hand side from ProKidney, and on the right hand side the three persons from Social Capital and Suvretta Holdings. So the most known person is probably Chamath Palihapitiya, and you can see the specs which he had before, which was the CEO. A lot of them, and IPOX companies, and also I think OpenDoor, IPOB formerly, and SoFi are the most known companies right here. And with DNAC, it's the first of the DNAX specs, which are about to have a merger coming. The others are still searching. And now jump back again to the CKD market. As you can see over here, the market is expected to grow quite significantly. And also the market is pretty big and it's growing in general. There are high expenditures, as you can see over here, for the healthcare system, which is, as I mentioned before, pretty bad if there's no real cure for the disease right now. As you can see over here, quite significant the costs. And as stated under here, if there's a private insurance, the costs may be 4 times higher. Now jumping back over here on slide 11, they show that there are a few of these novel targeted therapies, and they can ask a really high price per patient. As you can see over here, there's one drug which is around 1.1 million per patient. So on the one hand, this is something which is pretty interesting for the company, and on the other hand, if it's even less than, or not higher than the actual drugs, then it's also a win for the patient and for the healthcare system in general. So what makes the company special? And this is summed up in this slide over here. They're still in clinical trials phase, and therefore they don't have a product right now. However, these data suggest that the method REACT is not just stopping the progression of CKD, but also driving meaningful improvement in the kidney function. So this would be the first of its kind, which is restoring the kidney or the renal function. And to sum things up, this is the overview with 1% market penetrations, which are around 44k patients, and this would lead to unadjusted sales of around 16 billion. So this is a lot if they only conquer 1% of the US market. So as always, keep this in mind with a grain of salt, because yeah, I think these guesstimates are pretty ambitious in general. However, if they would achieve this, this would be a major upside in general. Restoration of the kidney functions, which is the new thing which this product is about to bring to the humankind. And on the next slide, you can see which of the renal functions are then positively affected by these REACT in general. And now let's have a look at their status right now. As you can see over here, or as mentioned before, the company is still in the clinical study phase, and they have different programs, as you can see, in different stages. However, they are still, I think the furthest is the phase 3. And down here, you can see over here, they are also in preclinical and also one before in the preclinical stage. And now they show a lot of the different clinical data, which I'm not going into that much, not much in detail at all, because I think you can have a look at it again, because I'm no expert in this field. I won't give you any benefits right now. So now let's jump over to slide 37. There's the clinical development timeline, and as you can see over here, the interim analysis is anticipated in mid-2024, so it's still 2 years out, and the conditional approval is expected to be received in 2025. So even this is still further out, but it's not the end of it, since they expect the at least a few of these milestones in 2027. Yeah, this is, I think, usual for these part of companies and also studies, that there's a lot of time in between and a lot of things can happen within, and most of the time it's no positive news, it's all negative news, and the timelines might not be able to achieve within this time frame. And this number of 775 million, even then it's pretty tight in my opinion, and it won't be enough, because as you can see over here in the slide 47, they have around 775 million of cash to balance sheet, expecting or anticipating no redemptions, and I think this is not going to happen. There might be a lot of redemptions, and therefore the cash to balance sheet will be a lot lower in my opinion, or this is what I'm expecting. So over here you can also see the use of proceeds. They want to fund the phase 3 clinical trial of REACT, and also the manufacturing commercial build out. So that's quite vague, at least for me, since I'm not that much into the general processes, and therefore I'm not really sure if it's just a wording type which I'm not understanding, or if this is just not part of the use of proceeds, that they already built and manufactured these product REACT. So this is the transaction overview, and as you can see over here, the pro forma enterprise value is 1.835 billion. So this is, in my opinion, quite a lot, given that they don't have any product right now. But yeah, this is always the same with these type of companies. In these early stages, they don't have a product yet. They have clinical data and they have the patents, and then they're just at least hoping that the product will be a success. So the last slide I want to show you is slide 46, which is a summary, which I think it's quite nice. And the problem is there's CKD, and there are a lot of persons, unfortunately, having these problems, and there is no actual cure for this disease. And as you can see over here, the reverse of decline of kidney function to delay or prevent dialysis. Renal transplantation is their goal. And the product is React, as I mentioned before, which also at least looks like as if it could help to grow all functional kidney segments with these 3 progenitors, which is in these React solutions. And as you can see over here, their final goal is to treat millions of diabetic CKD patients worldwide, and with that meaningfully reduce the number of people on dialysis and requiring transplantation each year. So that's a good goal. However, I'm not really sure if this is a company I want to invest in right now. It's definitely not, since we're in a different phase right now. As you can see over here, oops, there it is. The share price also has dropped in the anticipation of the merger vote, which unfortunately is right now the norm. And the company is valued right now, the stock price is now under 10, so I expect a lot of redemptions. Yeah, I'm not really sure if it's going to be in the 80%, but definitely thinking it will be more than 40%. So this is unfortunately, I think, unfortunate for the company. However, in my opinion, it's pretty clear as an investor, especially if you are using arbitrage, then this is quite a good deal right now. So yeah, this is no financial advice in general. Keep this in mind, and please do your own due diligence before investing in any company. And would be interesting to hear what you think about the company and also the upcoming merger. And until next time, have a good day. Bye bye.